Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Drive the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain down.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Simeon. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play action. It's Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break. Simeon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Simeon now to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to throw, Simeon. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, Simeon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Another tote for Etienne. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his... And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flushed out right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Here's Hill. And this is caught. Kenny Stills. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Hill. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.